It was a beautiful Friday morning when I and my friend Anita went out for our regular morning jogs. Anita and I were really close friends. We hailed from the same local government and coincidentally we became roommates. Our bond was impenetrable and our love for each other was the envy of everyone that knew us. Anita was a sweet soul and was extremely reliable. She was there and had always been there for me. I guess the devil got jealous of me too because I did not do right by Anita after everything we've been through together. On that fateful Friday morning, we headed out as usual and on our way back to our house, I began craving some ice cream. I am an extremely picky person, so I don't eat any other ice cream apart from Cold Stone, and I was a bit short on cash. Anita offered to get me the ice cream and said she would get one for herself as well because we obviously needed to cool off. As we both stepped into Cold Stone, that was when my eyes met an extremely handsome young guy who had this intense stare as though he was burrowing through your soul. At that point, I was smitten by his good looks and aura. I think he was about leaving when he accidentally quacked Anita and her phone fell off her hands. Before Anita could say anything, he quickly apologized. And because her phone screen got broken, he even offered to take her to a phone store and get her a new phone of her choice immediately. Not even to fix, but to replace entirely. What a gentleman he was. With every passing second, I was falling for this guy. Anita quickly told him not to worry, that it was an accident and it could have been the other way around, where it would have been his own phone, so it was fine, and that it wasn't his fault. I tried to signal Anita to accept the guy's offer, but she just smiled at me and gave me a head shake that meant no. The guy said the least he could do was to fix the phone, so he brought out Crip's notes of 500 naira in a huge bundle from a small cute Doon bag he was holding and gave it to Anita. And as she was about to say no, I quickly took the money and thanked him for his thoughtfulness and kind gestures. He asked for Anita's number and told her he wanted to at least be sure that she had a working phone because that was the only way his conscience was going to be at rest. Anita then gave him a smile and gave him her phone number. We left Cold Stone after having our ice cream and got home to realize that those script 500 naira notes in a huge bundle was 100,000 naira, and I shouted, "Omo, this guy must be loaded," I said. Anita just smiled at me and said at least we had money for foodstuffs now. I didn't tell Anita that I liked the guy, but I just kept on talking about him and how handsome he looked, how I could smell his perfume from a mile away, and all Anita did was smile. She obviously didn't get the memo that I really liked this guy. 2 days later, we were in the room when Anita got a phone call, and answering the phone, I heard the guy's voice. Anita had a phone that was loud even without the loudspeaker being on, so I immediately recognized the guy's voice. He asked her if she had fixed the phone and if she was doing okay. Anita told him that she was alright and she had fixed the phone. They both talked casually for a while when the guy asked Anita what she would be doing over the weekend. She told him that she was going to be free for the weekend, and that was how I silently watched their casual conversations turn intimate in a couple of months. I was filled with so much anger and hate. I should have been happy for my friend, but I just couldn't be. I watched him send flowers and so many gifts to Anita in the house, and I would just stare blankly at Anita anytime she tells me about her relationship with him. I was so pained and upset with my friend. I guess what finally pushed me to the edge was a year later when Anita came back to the house from one of their numerous dates and vacations with a massive diamond ring. That was not all. She went further to tell me that she was 3 months pregnant. I was livid. Anita, being the sweet soul she was, quickly gave me a hug and informed me that we had a wedding to plan. 2 months after she broke the news to me, the guy told Anita that they should have a baby shower and gender reveal while planning for the wedding. Anita didn't want to, but he assured her that he would hire the best event planners so she doesn't have anything to worry about concerning the upcoming events. Everything was going smoothly until the day of the baby shower. I just couldn't take the anger, hate, and resentment I felt towards my friend any longer. She had danced and was extremely happy, and at some point got exhausted and asked me for a drink, that she was thirsty. I guess she asked me because of all the guests here, I was the only person she could trust. That was when I struck and doused her drink with the poison I had kept all this while, but didn't get the perfect time to use. I gave my friend the glass of juice I had poisoned. She looked at me and took the drink from me with a smile that almost made me take the glass back, but at this point, rage and hate had eaten too deep and there was no going back. Anita took a generous sip of the drink and sat down for a while. After a couple of minutes, she started coughing and choking until it got intense and she started coughing blood. I watched my friend suffocate on the poison as it slowly took her life. I guess even Karma was impatient with me because before Anita breathed her last, she pointed at me with tears in her eyes. At that point, I could feel the hot tears running down my cheeks. What had I done? What did Anita do to deserve this? Was it all worth it? The guy that made me do all this couldn't take what I did to my friend, his fiancée, until date still visits therapists. I, on the other hand, was arrested, and it has been 10 years in prison already, but I have not been able to forgive myself. This is my punishment and my confession.